Hello, I'm Layover in Chicago O'Hare to check out the famous Windy City, to have a midnight stroll along the scenic Riverwalk and the Chinatown, going for a morning jog around the iconic Millennium Park, making some new friends at one of the very few free zoos in the country, and ending our visit with some nature at the Conservatory, all on foot and by public transportation and on a budget. Actually all free and all under 9 hours. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chicago O'Hare. We have landed and our adventure has just begun. Located in the heart of Midwestern United States on the south tip of Lake Michigan, Chicago is known internationally for the hub for culture, commerce, industry, education, technology, and most importantly, finance, with the largest and the most diverse derivative market in the world. With so much money to be made, so many things to see, and so many cool friends waiting for us to meet. Let's get going. All right, finally we made out of the aircraft. Oh my goodness, this is the longest 30 minutes I ever spent on board. Let's get going. O'Hare International Airport is routinely ranked among the world's top 6 busiest airports by passenger traffic. I'm sure there's a lot of hot babes here. Cool people at the airport. But with not much time to waste, given how bad Chicago's traffic can get, this is the only way I recommend to get to the city. Now, because we are doing a layover, I'm not even bothered getting cash on the ATM. Honestly, it's just not worth it. You're not going to probably spend that much anyways, like maybe $100 maximum. So my advice is just use your credit card. Hey, you get some points as well. So first things first, we're going to head over to the downtown by taking the metro. Oh yeah. All right, so I just picked up my one-day ticket, $5. What a bargain. Now, let's talk about luggages. There's no lockers or storage inside the airport, but if you're departing on the same day, most likely your luggage will be checked to your final destination. If you need to store a carry-on or stay overnight, there's many hostels that offer free lockers for their guests. But the good news, you get more time to get lost or meet some lovely ladies and get a good night of sleep. But I am not ready to go to bed just yet. The good news is this line, the blue line, takes you directly to downtown Chicago. The bad news is there's a lot of stops and it takes about an hour. Yeah, more or less. But it's only $5. You can't beat that. With that being said, just sit back, relax, and enjoy your ride. So guess what? The pass I picked up at the airport for $5. Man, it's that on all buses, all subways, basically all the public transportation here. So I'm going to take advantage of this pass by going to our first attractions tonight. Oh yeah. I have to drop off a bag at a hostel and took a bus to our first attraction, but you can take the subway directly to a CTA Washington station, then transfer onto one of the buses and walk 2 minutes to the iconic Chicago Riverwalk. It's open late until 11 p.m., but many sections of this 1.25 mile boardwalk are accessible at all times.
This pedestrian-friendly multi-use public strip located on the south bank of the main branch of the Chicago River. The construction of the Riverwalk begins in 2001 as an extension of the Walker Drive reconstruction project. During the daytime, the Riverwalk contains restaurants, bars, cafes, small parks, boats, and kayak rentals, a Vietnam War memorial, and other amenities. But given it's already midnight when I arrive, I gladly settle for a nice quiet walk while enjoying the spectacular evening lights from the downtown skyline. Given pretty much everything is closed this late on weekdays, look like this is how I'm gonna end my night. Just joking. So I can confidently guess where all the workaholics are still up this late. Don't you worry, making your wonton soup and chow mein ain't going to take away your American job. After getting off at the CTA Ceramic Chinatown station, one of the first traditional architecture you'll see is called the 9 Dragon Walls. The number 9 and dragon are very important in Chinese culture. The mural replicates the large dragons and over 500 smaller dragons painted in red, gold, and blue simplify Chinese focus on good fortune. It's one of the only 3 such replicas outside of China. Established in the 19th century, Chicago's Chinatown is one of the largest in the United States. Looking to escape the anti-Chinese violence and discrimination that have broken out on the West Coast, the first Chinese arrived in Chicago after the 1869 when the first transcontinental railway was completed. The Chinese in Chicago are largely welcomed by their fellow Chicagoans of all races. After all, how can you say no to a tasty Chinese food? The welcoming atmosphere led to a prospering early Chinese community, and further growth came after the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. It's almost 2 a.m. With no luck on Tinder, I decided to finally surrender myself to a hostel bed, but not for long.
Good morning, everyone. I hope all of you have a good rest. No time to waste. We are going to continue taking advantage of our $5 day pass to see the first attraction of the day. As you can see, holy smoke, I did not expect Chicago to be so foggy. But hey, I think our bus is coming soon. Let's check it out.
First up, we are going to get a big dose of protein without meat. No joke. My vegan friends have been trying to convince me for years to eat more beans. Its benefits include good source of proteins, antioxidants, but there's one problem.
Behind me is undoubtedly the most famous and the iconic landmark in Chicago, and as you can see, it is the nicknamed the Beam, the mirror art installation. Since it was unveiled in 2004, it still is one of the world's largest permanent art installations. The proper name, or the official name, is called the Clouds Gate. Now, I wish I can get a little bit closer. Sadly, the parks right now is under renovation, so this is as close as I can get as it is fenced off. So I hope when you're here, you're able to get closer than I am and have a good look of yourself in that mirror.
This public sculpture is designed by the Indian-born British artist Angaj Kapoor, the centerpiece at the Millennium Park and one of Chicago's most photographed attractions. The sculpture was chosen in a design competition. Constructed between 2004 and 2006, made up of 168 stainless steel plates welded together and measures 33 by 66 by 42 feet. The design was inspired by liquid mercury, and the sculpture's surface reflects and distorts the city's skyline, inviting visitors to touch and interact with its mirror-like surface and see their image reflected from a variety of perspectives. The Millennium Park connects the 20-acre Maggie Daley Park by the BP pedestrian bridge. The park features 1/4 long ice skating ribbon, rock climbing walls, and courts for tennis and pickleballs. If you're a big fan of parks, you will love this one. But I had to pass it and head directly to our next attraction on foot. If you are not a big fan of walking, then grab a bike share and ride along the Lakefront trail. You'll find these docking stations all over the loops. The paved path is as long as my beautiful legs. Just joking. It's actually 18 miles in length, so please be mindful of your time. In 1963, the trail was designated as the city's first bike path, and recently some of the improvements may include separation of bike and foot lanes. Some of the attraction along the path includes the South Shore Cultural Center, the Museum of Science and Industry, McCormick's Place, Soldiers Field, Chicago's Museum Campus, and Monroe Harbor. However, there is one place I really want to take you, but
Initially, I actually want to show everyone a very nice pier. It's called Navy Pier. This is the way. And you get a really spectacular view of the Chicago skyline. But oh my gosh, look at this. I don't think I'm gonna go there now, but I'll show you some stock footage. Ugh.
The 3,300-foot-long piers opened to the public on July 15, 1916, on the shore of Lake Michigan. Originally known as Municipal Piers, the pier was built by Charles Sumner Frost. It was once used as a jail for the Draft Dodgers. In 1927, the pier was renamed the Navy Pier to honor the naval veterans who served in the World War I. Today, the Navy Pier is undeniably one of Chicago's top attractions. This year-round destination truly comes to life in the summer, with firework displays, live music, theater. During the fall and winter, there are special events, sites, and activities. Some of the most notable attractions include the Pier Park with its iconic Centennial Wheel, Chicago's Children's Museum, and the Shakespeare Theater. There's also countless arts and exhibitions. The only thing that is missing for us is having more layover time. So let's get going. Our visit so far took nearly 5 hours. It's about time to head over to the north side. Our destination is the neighborhood of Lincoln Park. It's also located on the waterfront trail. The bike ride shouldn't take more than 20 minutes, but don't try to walk, as it will eat up at least an hour of your valuable time. But I prefer a 30 minutes bus ride there. Oh yeah, I'm really gonna make a good use of this 24-hour pass, as there will be more walking ahead. So take a rest and get ready for some monkey business. The star attraction in this neighborhood is a 35 acre Lincoln Park Zoo.
Believe it or not, this is one of the very, very few zoos in the US that is completely free. It's actually not so big. You probably need about like an hour or so. It's perfectly if you're doing a layover to come and check this out. And also check out some monkey business.
Yes, you heard it right. It's one of the very rare free admission zoo in all of the American continent. It's as old as me. Actually a lot older. Founded in 1868, making it the 4th oldest zoo in North America. The zoo exhibits include big cats, polar bears, penguins, gorillas, reptiles, monkeys, and other species totaling 1,100 animals from 200 species. So let's see how many of them will be nice enough to add me on Instagram or subscribe to my YouTube channel. So wish me luck. I started my visit to the open-air seal pool. The first of the two species are gray seals, often found in North Atlantic Ocean and Baltic Sea. Their preferred habitat includes my condo swimming pool. Just joking. I mean rocky continental coast, isolated island, iceberg, and ice shelves. When they are hunting, gray seals use their sensitive whiskers to detect hydrodynamic current generated by the school of fish. The second species being the harbor seal from the North Atlantic and North Pacific Oceans. Those cuties love living on the islands, beaches, and sandbars. But regardless, these seals return to the same breeding ground where males compete for the ladies the good old-fashioned way, without the use of Tinder. Another highlight is the Pepper Family Wildlife Center, a lovely home for my cat. I mean, the big cats. The current tenants include African lions, Canada lynx, snow leopards, and red pandas. Without any luck so far to find new Instagram followers, I resorted to the monkey business at the Helen Birch Primate House to visit our distant cousin. Maybe they are more excited about social media and able to show me a little bit more love. The exhibit features 8 naturalistic habitats with vines, trees, murals, and natural lighting that mimics forest ecosystem. Some of the cool relatives you can meet here includes Allen swamp monkeys, black and white Columbus monkey, Bavilion gray titi monkey, crown lemurs, Francois lemurs, white cheek goblins, just to name few. Once again, no luck. My time is running out. My last hope is paying a visit to the McCormick Brew House. Oh boy. Now I'll be honest everyone, I have never seen so many birds in my life in one setting. Oh! I think I just found a new friend. I hope he has Instagram or Facebook. I'll ask him out. Do you have Instagram? Facebook? I don't think he speaks English. I promise, this exhibit has a lot more birds than any of the KFC or Popeye restaurants. A lot more species too. Almost 50 to be exact. From every continent, from every tropic, seashores, forests, wetlands, savanna, and there's room for everyone to live in peace. I mean, everyone has a room. Oh, those fancy rooms feature a dozen of naturalistic habitats that replicate the range of ecosystems, as well tropical free flight average. With so much luxury, no wonder even bird species are extinct, threatened, or endangered in the wild decide to hang around. For me, I have to get going, but not before I try to color on this cute, handsome polar bears. I don't think he speaks English. These guys as well. I'm facing so much language barriers today. Maybe I'll have better luck if I bring some flowers along, like a gentleman. The good news, the Millennium Park Observatory is only a minute walk from the zoo. This Victorian glass house is home to the largest and most diverse collection of plant species from all over the world in the city. I'm sure I'll find the perfect flower for my date. Just make sure you allocate 45 minutes to get the most out of this place. The best of all, it's free. Built in the 19th century, the observatory is one of the oldest public gardens in Chicago. Opened to the public in 1892, the oldest section is a palm house containing 24 different types of palm trees and a 15-meter long rubber tree planted in 1891. The orchard house includes hundreds of orchids and bromeliads, as well as some of the carnivorous plants. If you like cycads, then you'll love the fern room. These are the most ancient group of plants and contains the plants of the forest floor. Lastly, the show house, reserved for the annual flower show and special exhibits. Not including my 6-hour hookup, 6 hours sleep. My total time spent getting lost in the city is approximately 7 hours. I think it's about time to get back to the airport the same old-fashioned way. If you don't need to pick up your bags at the hostel, then the best option is to take the bus to CTA Union Station.
So I guess we survived. I'm just basically competing with a Pier. So basically we have survived our layover, which is fantastic. Okay.
Doors open on the left.
Excuse me, I'm talking. Okay. Okay, can I talk now? I hope so. Anyways, we have survived our layover here in Chicago O'Hare. I definitely had a pretty pleasant time, even though it is a bit foggy today, and I hope you as well. If you're able to do more, and take advantage of this. I'm not going to stop bragging. The $5 day pass. With that being said, let's head back and check into our next flight.
From the CTA Union Station, the subway ride takes approximately 45 hours. Just joking. It's only 45 minutes on the Blue Line, and this train takes you directly to the CTA Chicago O'Hare Station.
Alright, so we have made it back to Chicago O'Hare International Airport, and it's time to drop out my bags and get to security. Surprisingly smooth ride. Just keep in mind at nighttime when you are taking the Blue Line down or the Red Line, there's a lot of homeless people on the train, sleeping on the train. It is what it is. That being said, let's get to our boarding gate. Oh no, actually, you know what? We're going to the United Polaris Lounge since we're flying business again.
To be on the safe side, make sure you arrive at O'Hare at least 90 minutes for domestic or 2 hours for international flight prior to the departure time for check-in and going through security. If you arrive early, there's many airport lounge available on the air side for business class passengers. With that being said, this marks the end of my fun and productive layover in Chicago O'Hare International Airport. So,
Cheers, everyone.
I hope you enjoy your layover here in Chicago and have a pleasant flight and a safe journey. See you next time, and thanks for watching.